Welcome everybody to Bullet Brawl Thursday. We will stop observing Super Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura as he currently wins 9-0 in a grudge match score. That's abusive. Let's go ahead and start our own game, as I don't think that Hikaru is going to be joining me for the Bullet Brawl. We'll have to find somebody else. Okay, and just like that, we have a taker. Only a couple 100-point difference right now, considering how terrible I'm playing in Bullet. Losing rating points every day right now. It's a terrible slide. I don't know. Going through some serious emotional issues about it. Currently seeking help. But yeah, as I said, we are on location right now using a different microphone than normal. So if it sounds a little bit echoey, a little different, you're right. It's not the same high quality that we normally have. I apologize for that, but we're on spring break right now, right? Not that kind of spring break. Woohoo! No, keep your top on spring break. I'm talking about, the spring break with 3 kids. For those of you who don't know what that's like, well, enjoy it. Okay? We're talking about spring break, which is pretty much finding ways, how can I spend the most money possible, be as hot and miserable as possible, and create an environment where my kids can whine at me and throw things at me all day. How can I do that? Okay. Let's go there. So, kidding, of course. But this is going to be a fun one. Opposite code bishops. And the increment, as you know, was our newest discovery last week. It's like a game changer. Like I feel like normally right now I'd have 20 seconds left, but I have 54 seconds in a crushing position. Opposite code bishops, which makes his bishop feel like a big old pawn. I'm going to double rooks like a crook. He's going to sack the exchange, which is lame. And resign. Let's go ahead and rematch it. As long as I'm gaining 4 points, then at this point I have to take what I can get, considering the, as we said, the downhill we've been on. So let's pre-move. Bishop g4, fine. We'll go ahead and play h3. We'll go ahead and snatch up Zbicha pair, even giving up the d4 pawn. That's fine with us. Because now I will, or will I? Yeah, I guess I will. I'll try to castle long and play for g4. Maybe I should have taken and done that first. He's going to play h4 now. Or he should have. He should have played h4. But he did not. So here comes the pain. Here comes the pain and the noise. The funky cheese, as they say. Bring in the heat. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure I really have anything concrete. I guess I'll keep the bishop on the board. Keep the light square bishop on the board for a chance to undermine and open up diagonals. Let's go attack. A little bit of a skewer of the ponies here. If he plays bishop f6, I have g5. So he sees that, doesn't put the bishop on that square. Create an opportunity for a discovery, maybe? No. He says nay. He says that's not in the cards for you. If I had played queen f4, he would have had knight d3 check. Gosh, this increment just makes us all just feel so good. It's like we're all just happier and enjoying our lives that much more. Okay, not a good position for me after the blundering of pawns in the opening. I will do my best to keep it dynamic and try to mix it up, make something funky and try to make a comeback here. It's a little awkward with his knight on e5 and the open file there. I'm going to trade, and then I think I'm going to go take h5, aware that my back rank is an issue after rook g1. Okay, but he's not aware that it's an issue. But he is aware that he's threatening checkmate on b2, so I have to retreat. And if he plays rook g1, I'll have to take it. I would like to take e6, but that wouldn't be good. I guess I'm going to offer this queen trade now, even though not at the top of my priority list to trade queens down a pawn, but it creates some awkwardness here on the e-file. If the knight has to move, obviously, then the bishop hangs and all that stuff. So let's see here. Interesting. He plays queen f2, I'll play rook e2, and then I will play bishop f7 and make a skewer and hopefully take on e6 and pick up some sticks. Is he threatening checkmate? Am I missing something? Is he threatening to take on c1 and mate me? I don't think so. He is not. Ah, but he was threatening this, which I did not see. Am I losing? No, I might be. I might very well just be losing after that. I have no moves. I lost on time. That was silly. That was silly of me. So we'll do it again. Ah, he declines it. Says I'm happy with 1 win against you. Okay, fine. Yeah, there was nothing for me to do there, huh? Too bad I got myself in such a terrible pickle in this one. I think bishop takes d5 would have been good. Or no, actually knight takes d5 is better because you can still play queen f4. So if I play knight takes d5 takes, and then here if queen f4, I can trade queens and be happy. So we will be searching for a new game right now. Alright, just like that, we have a taker. Maybe he was upset that I referenced his situation with Hikaru in my beginning of this video. National Master Soap-Opening. No, of course he wasn't. Maybe he didn't realize that we're playing increment. But either way, we are keeping this show on the road. And we'll go ahead and pick up the bishop pair early without worrying too much about it. Like my position. It is a big center. Big center's gone wrong. Big dog's gone wild. He's going to play c4. Oh, should have played c4 and won my bishop. But okay, everybody makes mistakes from time to time, including me and my opponent today. I'm going to play for a kingside attack because of what the pawn structure is telling me to do. I'm always listening. I'm always listening to my pawns. It's my favorite thing to do. Try to bring my bishop over to b4. And he'll play a5. And I will back up the bishop to e1. Hopefully taking advantage of what could be a weakness there. But that's a horrible blunder by him. That is a horrible blunder. You cannot walk in to the infamous Greek gift. Sacrifice. Bishop takes h7 is a Trojan horse. That bishop is not a fun piece to take. And he has to do it anyway. Because when you get in that position, it's usually your best option. Is just to take it, really. Now after queen g3, the king has nowhere to go. Because moving to the h-file allows some discoveries and... Or sorry, queen h4 check and then mate. So he's going to lose this one, and we will run it through again. After getting off to a rough start, maybe we'll be able to get things going with this new increment time control and stop playing the sudden death bullet. Okay. Do I move with discovery now and take and play it that way? Or do I... Is there something better to do while keeping the king sort of awkwardly trapped? The other thing that's better to do maybe is to drive the h-pawn. And then once he moves the rook, I wonder if I can take on e6. I would love to take on g7, actually, and then mate him on f6. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Which I could have done last time, too. But I thought he wouldn't go for this, and I was trying to keep his king awkward and confused, which worked out. Let's run it back. Let's go ahead and play e5. I'm trying to work on an expanded repertoire here. You know, because I'm doing so well with the current openings I play, right? Hashtag funny. Hashtag self-ridicule. Everybody loves it. This is a Vienna game, Vienna gambit. And like a king's gambit, but a little bit different. Here I'm equalizing by getting d5. It sort of takes away your opponent's initiative and the power of their initiative. That's one of the main ideas. Playing against any sort of early gambit from your opponent is to strike with d5 against e4 gambit openings. Just a little tip. Opening up the center when possible. Equalizing in terms of the development, which helps out. We'll go ahead and take here. And I wanted to play knight e5, but he has d4. So we'll go this way. And we'll play for knight e5 next. Interesting. Fine. We have no issues with that. Indeed, he plays d4. I guess we'll put the queen on c4. Yeah, we're not too worried about that. We'll play f5 even, as awkward as it first feels. There's no light squared bishop, so I'm less worried, of course, about potential consequences of that. All right. Okay. We want to move our queen. We just don't want to let him get any kind of discovery with the bishop, which is why I chose to put the queen where I did. Uh-oh, but maybe I messed up. Maybe I messed up here. That's not fun, especially considering that my position's been pretty good. He's going to take, obviously, and I will be running for my life if I can get away with it. It's not really clear if I can survive that. I don't think I can, to be honest. But I think I'm going to take anyway. I think I'm going to take anyway and see if I can't. Interesting. Not sure about why that works. I must be missing something. This is what I'm missing. He's attempting to come around the back door. But at this point, even giving up my queen is certainly a reasonable solution to the current circumstances. So I'm going to try to create a passed pawn here, actually. Try to create a passed pawn, if I can. I will create a passed b pawn. And maybe I'll be winning if I go this way. Push a3. Okay, maybe I'm not winning. Have to back up my king, which is not something I really wanted to do. But somehow, some way, I guess I'm still holding on. That wasn't the best move by him. I think he had a better way to try to do what he just did. But okay. What can I do now? I have to be very careful. This isn't too fun, mainly because... Oh, I should have just taken the g-pawn with check. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, well, that wasn't good by him. He doesn't have very much time, I guess. Oh, I just let him get a second queen. I wasn't even thinking about where I was putting my king. Ugh, that just lost me the game right there. That stinks. Because I think I was going to win. I really do. I really think... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Unnecessary. Okay. I will resign, or he will checkmate me now. That was a game I should have won. That's disappointing, but let's try to get best 2 out of 3 and end this day on a best out of 5, considering the other games that we already had. So that was disappointing. Shouldn't have put my king to a light square. And I think I was actually going to pull off the outplaying of the white queen with the rook and the knight. Well, increment does make for some more interesting games, some higher quality moves throughout the experience, and I think it's still just as exciting. The overwhelming, over 70 comments, besides the couple people that called me an explicitive for random reasons. Don't you just love YouTube? Don't you just love yourselves, community of YouTube, and how nice and kind you are? Anyway, besides a couple comments, I think overall that the experience seems to be better. For bullet brawls right now, I think we can mix it up, and we'll do the we'll call it the no limit style, no limit hold'em, and play sudden death, of course, as well. Especially as my rating gets higher and we have stronger opponents on the docket once again. But this is a good day for me right now. I feel like I played well, even losing that last game to Mr. Sofuffly, who is, of course, a great bullet player, one of the best and most active on our site. But this is a crushing position for me right now, and we will hope to be able to execute properly. I'll probably play h3 next, just to avoid. That's some prophylaxis. Now we gotta go for knight b5. That just looks too good to be true, and I gotta go here. This just looks horrible. Horrible for my opponent, not fun for him. Not fun for him today. Okay, too many pawns. Not enough time. Alright, well, I think he might be resigning here soon. Or getting checkmated, whatever his pleasure may be for the day. Okay, he decides to call it quits. Well, let's keep going. Since I'm enjoying the increment so much and gaining rating points rapidly, I say we keep going, right? Ooh, Zidrompolsky, yeah? Let's do it. Let's rock it. Let's rock the world like a little country girl. You know I really am inside. Inside all of us lives a little country girl, I like to think. Alright. This is weirdness. Weirdness and funness. And that's not goodness. Just being a silly Billy right there. That's me being a silly Billy. And that's him returning the favor. I actually don't think that bishop was as valuable as... I don't think my bishop on g7 was as valuable as his bishop on d3. That was not a Samuel Adams by him, because my queen is just very well placed here. In fact, he agrees and says, yeah, I'm just going to trade queens and admit defeat, but now I'm going to win this pawn and happily continue my undermining of the center. Okay, I guess we'll take. I guess we shall. Takes, and I'll take. Fine. Defend the c5 pawn and put our king back on e7, and we are still up a pawn. Okay. Offer the trade. The trade that he says nay. No thank you, sir. That's okay. To each his own. Let's see, if he puts the king on e3, I think I can... I have bishop b5 check, but he has c4. Ah, if I play rook h4, he tricks me. This is his trick. A very sneaky business by him, huh? A sneaky business. Okay, well that's okay with me, actually. Now I've guarded g6. And I'm threatening knight f6 to trap his rook, which he didn't see coming. So I was going to play that before, but I couldn't with the knight on f6. He would just take h6, and that's why I wanted to play rook h4 to guard the pawn. But he had this fork, because the pawn on f7 is pinned, as you can see. So, but as he did, as it were, he is now simply down a rook. And with the increment, probably nothing but completely lost here. Though he's going to keep playing. Totally fine with me right now. That's a lot of material, buddy. Well, let's keep playing until we lose. We have taken the best of 5, and we will spin this marathon out until we lose, or until the cows come home. Chichilian, right? Loves myself a Chichilian. Get your blood checked. Let's get castled. Let's just do some free moves, even with the increment. Let's get up above a minute. I love doing that. Above a minute, north of 1 minute. He just asked me if I'm streaming right now. I guess he'll be disappointed to find out the answer is yes. I will tell him yes. Okay, let's go ahead and put our rooks in the center. He said, haha, damn, I gotta play better then. Good sport. Certainly a good player. But one of the things that he possesses that's his best skill is for sure his mouse speed, which, of course, in the increment, when all the chess skills become more equal, definitely helps out the streamer that I have a little bit more time, I would guess. I'm going to go pick up the d6 pawn. You can hear my 2-year-old just got back home, getting lunch with the wifey, so I guess this may be our last game here before the sound quality gets really horrible. So we may have to end the show soon here. I guess I'll offer the queen trade. That was an awkward move. I just wanted to take on d6, that was all. I wanted to take on d6 without any sort of pin problems. He's going to go take on a2, isn't he? which I don't really want to allow, so I'm going to guard it. And I'll play e5, I think, to keep things at bay. Next, maybe I'll play c5 and really drill in that bishop on d6. I also want to play a3 and b4. There's my kids ringing the doorbell, also for no reason. Like I said, right? And enjoy your spring break. Enjoy the kind of spring break you're enjoying. No, I'm kidding. Of course it's fun. Of course it's fun. Why do I keep saying I'm kidding? As if I need to justify the humor. I don't know. Don't know why I do that. If I play a3 and he trades everything, I can actually come to b7. So it works out. So that's what I want. I can actually then come to b7. Ooh, I didn't see that. Though I'm not sure it's even the best for him. I should have just played knight d4 right away, but it works now as well. I knew he would do that. And what do we want to do? I guess we want to back up. Solidify. And come to the c file. Pop into c6. And pop into c6. All right, let's go ahead and attack the knight now. Force the issue. Force the issue. How much time do I have? Not that much. Need to speed up, actually, in this game. Take, and then go pick up these pawns. Oops, I could have, of course, just, oh no, what's going on here? What just happened there? What? Am I somehow giving up the, a draw here? That wasn't good. I guess I have to take it. What's going on? I somehow just lost this game. Oh my gosh. That wasn't good. That was just totally careless by me, huh? Totally careless. And I'm going to lose all my pawns and just resign because he's got... Wow, what happened there? Of course, I'm just winning this entire game, and even here he just hung his bishop. And here I guess I needed to make preparations with the rook and just stop him from pushing the pawn and then go on to win. That is unreal that I did that. A4, and then all of a sudden, even here, of course, rook d4 is just completely winning. But I neglected the obvious coming. Well, I'm not going to end this on a loss, especially given how well I played my two losses coming in incredible fashion. This is an epic bowl of Brawl, the one you've all been waiting for. You're welcome. And that was... How did I lose that game? I'm just depressing myself right now in Bullet. This is why I'm depressed at Bullet, because I'm managing to lose games like this. It really has been just not good for me. That one hurt. Blundering down the stretch like that. Alright, well, life goes on. We move on and we continue to play. We move on and we continue to play chess. So, let's see what he wants to come up with here. He wants to take it. We'll shake and bake it. Alright. Sort of a strange decision if you ask me. I will happily play on the queen side and try to undermine the pawns there. Let's back up. Let's back up and let's stop his plan dead in its tracks. Really? Okay. He really wants to just bust things open, doesn't he? How do I inch my way through? I'm not sure how I inch my way in. I'll back up the queen for now. Not exactly sure how to inchworm my way into these weaknesses. We will take, obviously. And now he has given up the open file to attack the e-pawn. So we'll inch our way toward that. We'll inch our way toward that idea. What did I do last move? The b-pawn was hanging and I didn't take it. That was stupid. So we'll do it this turn. which creates just as much awkwardness for him. Coming up allows me to come back with check. Now he has to block, and we are in decent shape. Oh, we were in decent shape until another blunder. Until another blunder. Until next time, as they say. Oh my gosh. That is just pathetic. Alright, we're rematching. Somehow I pulled this to an even day. An even day right now. So we will try to take the best of what has turned into a best of 7 epic series here. We will try to take it with this game right now. And maybe we won't blow another winning position. No promises. Yeah, we can head into d5, I think. If he plays a5, then of course I have bishop e5 check. And if he plays this way, he's losing a pawn. a5 would have been to defend the b pawn, of course. So now I can have a couple options. I can play knight a5 and try to win the bishop pair, or I can play queen a5. I think we'll go with knight a5. I think that we will go with knight a5, and if he plays rook c8, I'll play c3 to keep the options open. If he plays rook b8, I will trade and then play queen to c4. And if he does something else, I will once again be completely winning and hopefully not blow. Yet another crushing game. Alright, he backs that thing up, which is fine. I have the c6 square to take. The issue I have is even after taking the c6 square, I wish I had something more concrete to immediately follow it up with. I guess I need to take it, though. I need to take the square. And then if bishop g7, I just need to drive the h-pawn. Okay. Do I back up the queen, or do I offer the queen trade? Both are actually totally reasonable. Oops, I don't have a lot of time, so we'll be aggressive. Don't have a lot of time, so we will B-E-A-G-G R-E-S-S-I-V-E. Okay, now I'm going to put the bishop here. Now we're going to take, and we will play f4 to try to take advantage of the pin. He can do this? What is he thinking? He's just losing. I think he forgot that I was overprotecting the. I think he forgot that I was overprotecting everything. But he's going to keep playing, given the amount of positions I've been blowing. And now he'll call it a day. Okay, well, we'll call it a day here as well in this best of 7 bullet brawl, epic bullet brawl, if you consider the first couple games too. And you're welcome. Enjoy joining Chess.com. Please follow me on Twitter @Daniel Rensch, and we will see you later.